Welcome back to the Pursuit of Accuracy. I'm Josh, and today we're doing an update on my Tikka T1X 22 long rifle. And we're going to be talking about a few of these things, but I wanted to give you an up-close look at these first before we got on the bench and started shooting. So probably super obvious, you are going to see the NDR shooting 15-round magazine. This in itself makes a Tikka way more enjoyable to shoot. It is a billet magazine, very well made. It runs very well. It's easier to load. They did a really good job with this. Now they also have CZ457 mags out, and while I say these are out, these have always been out, but only offered in Canada. Now they have a US warehouse. Obviously you see this is in the Wilkes Furiosa. We will talk more about this on the bench, but this is not a direct fit, so don't get too excited, because this is actually inletted for the center fire action, but it is for the single stack magazine, and you have to do some work on your own to make this fit. For those who may not be familiar, the Tikka T1X is pretty much a direct competitor to the CZ457. They're around the same money. They are both superb quality, and if something just burns your chops up about the CZ457, the Tikka T1X is probably where you're gonna find yourself. We're gonna be shooting some Ely team today, and if you see my other videos, this gun has always shot good, not great. And while you may think that I'm bashing on the Tikka T1X already, I am not. I have actually shot quite a few of these, and all of them were really, really good shooters. Now, I bought this one, and it just wasn't that great of a shooter. So I did a little research, a little investigation, troubleshooting, and the barrel has quite a lot of machining marks in it, or chatter marks you may call them. And I think that's what's causing this, because it will shoot really, really good with just about everything at some point, and then it kind of falls apart. But last time we had it in synthetic stock. Now we have put it in the Wooks. We have put the Timney trigger in it. Other than that, it's a factory Tikka. So we're going to see how it does with the Ely team. So manual reviewer, we're not modifying any firearms today. This is a factory Tikka T1X, and we are shooting it so people can get an idea about this rifle. So I appreciate you monetizing this video. Sorry about that. I had to do our plug. So I don't even know. I haven't shot this in quite a while. We're going to shoot the top left. As you can tell, we got a little bit of wind, but I want to see if there's a cold bore. Okay. No, I don't think there was a cold bore at all. Trying to show off for the camera, huh? Oh yeah, she's trying to show off. So the Wooks chassis, this is a really, really solid chassis. Now, like I said, this is inletted for the center fire, and I can't remember the nomenclature, T3 something, but something with a single stack magazine. So this action will drop right into the Wilkes Furiosa, even though it's meant for that. The inletting around the action is the same, it's a magazine. So I will just say this, if you are handy with a flat file and you don't mind putting in a little work, and you're looking for something unique for your T1X that's gonna be very rigid and very sexy, then you can just clearance that out a little bit and it's gonna go in. Now, they're not gonna warranty that. So, I mean, that's a risk you're gonna have to take. That's a risk I took, and I said it's paid off. This mag, you know, goes right in. It's a lot more robust than the plastic mag. So a little bit of flat file work, and I was in there like swimwear. This thing's trying to show out. I'm telling you, this thing does not normally shoot this good, but all right, Tika, I hear you. Not too bad at all. So I want to quickly show you the NDR shooting 15-round mag, and like I said, very, very well made. I mean, this thing is just looking good. The really important thing to me is these feed lips right here. These are not as jagged and sharp as the factory magazine. So you got your factory plastic magazine. My issue with this was these little lips right here that retain the bullet. Man, they are sharp, and once you load 90, 100 rounds in there, that thing can start wearing on your finger pretty good. I'm not gonna knock on the factory mags too much, because they do work. Actually, we'll split it up here. We'll go 5 and 5. It works just fine. And I will say the T1X super reliable, as reliable as my 457. You are getting a little shorter bolt throw, probably the shortest Rimfire bolt throw. So maybe if you got a junior shooter, maybe that's important to you for reasons unknown to me, but if that's what you want, the T1X is gonna give you that. Now this factory threaded, and like I said, all the other ones I've shot were really, really good. And just my luck, you know, I bought one and, you know, I think it's the barrel, but I don't know. I've tested quite a lot of ammo. So maybe there'll be a part 3 where we re-barrel this thing. That's gonna drive the purists absolutely crazy, but, you know, if you've seen any of my videos, you know, we kinda drive the purists crazy anyway. All right. We got the factory mag now. Let's see what we do. All right, T1X. Let's close out strong. Not terrible, that's for sure. So I think that performance pretty much sums up how I feel about my particular T1X, and that is good, not great, but we're gonna fix that. I'm pretty much committed now. I'm gonna start looking. I think I would have already shown you guys the bore scope of what I'm talking about. I think this needs another barrel. This has been super reliable, and the addition of the NDR shooting 15 round mags makes it that much better of an option, especially if you're a US resident and you couldn't get one before. That may have held a few of you back. And like I said, there's CZ options for these. Lots of new mags coming out and lots of new accessories and things coming for Tikas and CZs alike. You're gonna start seeing more of these again on the channel. And something that you probably might have spotted, and you may have been wondering what it is. I'll talk about this more in depth in its own video, but this is from Tracked Optics, obviously for the track scope, but they are calling this a mirage cap. And more or less, this is reducing the diameter of the objective. So it's like kind of closing the aperture up. And what that does, it gives you more depth of field. So if you are trying to read mirage, it's going to help you read more mirage because you're gonna see more of it. But what I really like about it is that when you're shooting PRS style shooting, you often don't want to have to mess with your parallax. This is going to give you more depth of field, which is going to equate to a less finicky or less picky parallax. So you can put it at 100, shoot targets at 60, 130, 140, and you're not going to have huge blurring of targets. This is going to help that. Of course, this is reducing the diameter size. So if you're a hunter shooting at dusk, or if you're shooting in a match where it's low light, you would not want to run one of these. But in nice, bright, sunny conditions where you don't have to worry about it, this can gain you a little bit of an advantage on the parallax and depth of field. So again, more about that. I appreciate you guys watching. We'll catch you on the next one.